Hey guys, it's Frank from FZA News. Happy New Year. Today is January 5th, 2020, and yesterday YouTube took down a number of my videos. I wasn't happy about that because this channel is really starting to heat up with about 1,200 subscribers in the 1 week we've been online and over 15,000 views of our videos. I'm gonna fix this. So let me tell you what's been going on. Yesterday, YouTube took down a number of my videos citing privacy complaints. Based on the time codes that YouTube provided me, I'm pretty sure I know who complained, and I get it. If I was filmed doing something unprofessional and illegal, I wouldn't want it to be all over YouTube either. So I understand why they're ashamed, and that's fine. Even though I have the right to film in public, YouTube is a private platform. So what I'll be doing is editing up the videos, blurring out the faces of the complaining parties, taking out personally identifiable information like their names, but I'm only doing that for YouTube. YouTube is a private platform and they have the right to set whatever community guidelines they want. I will be posting the complete unredacted versions of these videos on my website at fzanews.com. Now that website is going to be brand new. It's in the works now, so it may take me a couple days to get everything online, and it'll take me a few months to get everything tweaked out and fully humming there. But the videos will be preserved for posterity. You will be able to view the complete unredacted videos as they were originally sent up to YouTube. Some other things have taken place this week. After this initial incident happened, I called Simaren Corporation, DBA, Wisdom Protective Services, to complain about what happened. I wanted them to know that they had a dangerous officer on their hands, somebody who is likely going to cause them quite a bit of liability down the road. I spoke with the CEO, Kayode Simaren. I explained to him exactly what took place. Told him how his employee was extremely unprofessional, how he attacked me, how he refused to tell me who he was and ran away from me, and how I had to call the police out to get a report. He seemed genuinely concerned. He took the time to listen to my complaint, and he told me that he would be investigating this thoroughly and that he would get back to me, letting me know what measures were being taken by his company about the incident. Well, after he never got back to me, I had to start calling him, and it took me 3 times to get a hold of somebody at Wisdom who would speak with me. They passed me all over the place until I finally got on the line with a manager. Now, this manager, we're going to leave his name out of it because it's irrelevant, and to be honest, I don't need any more YouTube privacy takedown nonsense. But this guy tells me he's the one charged with conducting the investigation into what happened on that day. He told me that he reviewed not only my video footage, but the surveillance footage from the building. And after speaking to the other security officers on scene, they determined that their employee did nothing wrong on that day. Nothing wrong. Not only is he not going to be terminated, but there'll be absolutely no disciplinary action taken to him. Now, let me tell you why, I'm speaking to you, Wisdom, and you, Kayode Simaren. Let me tell you why that was probably not a great idea. And I don't know who told you to do it that way. You certainly didn't consult with a public relations team. That's evident. Maybe it was a lawyer, but I don't think this was really legally well thought out either. So if your lawyer told you to take that position, your lawyer should be fired, okay? Because here's what's going on. You've been put on notice that you've got an employee in your ranks who, at a minimum, is unprofessional, but more realistically is a menace, and he's dangerous. Somebody who can't control himself should not be in that situation. He should not be a security officer in a busy environment like that. So you've been put on notice. You've got an employee in your ranks who shouldn't be there. So the next time this guy blows up and either violates somebody's rights or assaults somebody, or worse, you guys can't pretend you didn't know, okay? You're being given an opportunity here to mitigate this problem by getting him out of there. But you're not. So there you go. The other thing you might like to know is that had you conducted your investigation and been professional about it and owned it and said, after reviewing this footage, we're shocked by what we saw. That's not the way we train our officers. That's not within protocol. The employee has been terminated and no longer works for Wisdom Protective Services, and we're sorry. I promise you this would have gone away. All right, I promise. I've got better things to do than get tied up in litigation with the likes of you guys. Seriously. Because of this stance that you've taken, I have no choice here. I really have to take this further. I will be initiating an official complaint with New York State. You've got a contract with New York State. I think they should know exactly what took place that day, and maybe the Office of the Inspector General needs to get involved. So I was pissed when the initial incident happened and my rights were violated. I do not appreciate my First Amendment right being interfered with one bit. I also don't appreciate being attacked from behind by a security guard when I'm doing nothing wrong. But I can't even begin to tell you how pissed I was when I was on the phone being told by an employee of Wisdom Protective Services that in their opinion, their employee did nothing wrong. Even though I have every legal right to film inside that building, YouTube is under no obligation to publish what I record. They've got their own community standards and guidelines, and I have to follow them. Unfortunately, right now, YouTube is where all the eyeballs are. I would love to see a public, open source competitor to YouTube get put up someday. But right now, if I want people to see this video, YouTube is where it's got to be. So I will be editing up the videos I originally submitted. I'll be blurring out some faces, I'll be taking out some names, and I'll be resubmitting it because I really want that story told. That being said, the original unredacted versions with all the names and all the faces will be published on my website at fzanews.com, and that's where they'll stay forever. I don't want you to think for 1 second that this channel is going to be 100% dedicated to this single incident. It's not. But I do think it's important that we follow these things through. So many great First Amendment auditors out there leave me hanging. They'll shoot a First Amendment audit, they'll expose some incredibly terrible behavior on behalf of government officials or law enforcement, and then it ends and we never get to hear what happened. My style is going to be a little bit different in that regard. I am working on some really good stuff right now that I should be able to release soon. Most of my work is going to revolve around government accountability and the First Amendment, but there are some other stories I'm looking into, some investigative journalism that I think you'll find interesting. So please stay tuned. If you're one of the thousands of people who've taken the time to view these videos, thanks so much. It means more to me than you'll know. I appreciate your comments. Please keep watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come from FZA News. Happy New Year.